Have you guys ever noticed whenever Gaijin releases an update, they're very, 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 very vague about a lot of the stuff they do to it? Usually it's something as simple as client stability has been improved. But what they don't tell you is there's usually a load of small, almost negligible changes that no one notices. Firstly, in the most recent update for the 21st of April 2017, they have put the model, not the damage model or the stats or any of that, for the new Matilda with the 76mm gun. This model's pretty nice. It's just as I expected. It's the World of Tanks premium Matilda, basically. It's a Matilda with the 76 from the early KVs and T-34s with -2 degrees of gun depression. It's not bad. It's just not amazing. When I unlock it, I'm going to do a review of it, so you can hold tight for that one. Secondly, they've changed the armament for the Firefly Mark 1, which I think is a great change, because previously the Firefly Mark 1 only had like 240 rounds of ammunition. It was atrocious. You would basically end up shooting all your load off into 3 or 4 light targets, then having to return to base to resupply like a bitch. So what have they done? Well, they've changed the outer wing gun ammo count from 60 to 175, but just basically like tripling its ammo count for them. And for the inner guns, it's changed it from 60 to 145, which is also basically double it and a bit. This is going to mean you can harvest more soft targets across all fields. You can just keep strafing shit. So you'll be able to rack up more of an actual decent quota with it. So you're not going to kill 4 targets. You're going to get like 10, 15, which is a much better amount for both earning Silver Lions and experience. So if you're into the Firefly Mark 1, this is a very good change for you. The other major change this update has been the AI small boats in air maps only, where they changed the damage model of them from being basically just a big box of with 15mm of armor in just a box to 4 to 5mm of rolled homogeneous armor. So it's got a more similar sort of armor system to the AI tanks currently in game. Now, I don't know how to feel about this, because it means that if you got something like a 7.7, you're going to have a really hard time killing these. But if you're, but it's also going to stop like absolute knobs in P-47 just strafing all the fucking landing craft in like the first, in just one go. So we'll have to see how this pans out. But they've been doing a lot of changes to the small AI boats recently, because on some maps they're basically necessary for teams to win. For example, Norway, the Allies don't get an airfield until basically this thing lands. There's been a few changes to the PS4 client as well. They've basically, they're currently working on what appears to be a monthly bonus for PlayStation Plus subscribers, and the code is slowly being implemented. They haven't specified what it is yet, but what it appears to be is premium boosters, like decent ones, which is a pretty good thing, because premium boosters in War Thunder don't have an expiration date. So you could, in theory, hoard them, and then do a massive, crazy sort of grinding session one day when you've got off with like a premium account, and just make a shit ton of XP and credits, which is good. They've also done a few other minor changes to the PS4 client. They've removed the Last 7 Dolgushin, which is basically just a premium Last 7. It's not bad. It's a pretty good grinder, but they removed it from the game a couple of weeks back, if I recall correctly, during a fire sale. So at this point, there's no way to get it, so they've decided to hide it. There's one other minor change to PlayStation 4, in which they are no longer allowing the Facebook pop-up, which appears to be just... I haven't got the PlayStation 4 client, but I'm assuming you can pop up Facebook and piss about with that in some form. There's been one other major change, which is they've changed the ability to invert the Y-axis. So now you can do it independently for each different thing. So you could fly the plane in normal controls and then invert the Y-axis for the gunners, and also ships, tanks, spectators. So you're no longer bound to using inverted axis for everything, which I think is kind of good, but I've never inverted my axis, so it's always good to have more options, in my opinion. There's been one final change, which they've added a new permission for what I assume is Southeast Asian, or Southeast Japan, SCEJA accounts. I don't know what that means, but it's removed the Taiwan flag. So if you have an account in this region, you can no longer see the Taiwan flag, which I'm assuming is because China is really salty about Taiwan being a thing, because technically their civil war is still ongoing. So the flag is no longer available for people in this region, for whatever reason. Either way, that's basically all the minor changes for the update on the 21st of April 2017. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you feel about these changes. I'd like to know. And if you like this content, let me know and I'll continue doing them. Keep on gaming and have a good one.